Broadcasting live from Youngville, North Carolina and Ontario, Canada, this is Got Mead Live, a weekly show where Vicky Rowe and AJ Aramutz bring you the mead news, meadery info, and mead-making discussions from all over, talking with mead makers, mead owners, industry mavens, and influencers. This is Got Mead Live, a weekly podcast about mead and the people who love it and where the mead world is going. And now here are your hosts, Got Mead owner Vicky Rowe and mead and wine maker AJ Aramutz.
Now,
good.
Live from North Carolina, the TARDIS in Florida, Down Under, and the Bunny Pen in Ottawa, Canada. It's Got Mead Live. Welcome to the show, and let's get things rolling. Tonight's guest is Michelle and Wayne, I hope I get their name right, Sponheimer, who are owners of Buzzed Bee Meadery in Iowa, and they're going to be coming on and telling us what they are up to with their new meadery that's just going to be opening in the next couple of weeks. And so it should be pretty exciting. And then later we're going to be on Back to Basics. We'll be talking about fruit melomels, specifically berry melomels, from a different perspective, and another meadery who's doing them and see what they're doing. So, what are we drinking?
Well, I've got Kurga from Got Mead. I've got his newbie batch number 3, which is a white sour, 9%, made with just plain old generic white honey at the grocery store. It's actually really nice. It's slightly effervescent. He warned me that it was a little bit fizzy in the bottle, but it was packed with a crown cap, so in one of those wine bottle sized beer bottles, and so it's quite tasty actually. Not bad for a third attempt there, buddy.
Yeah. You gotta love it when they get better as they go. I am drinking from Cellarman's Mead in Detroit, Michigan, a pineapple cider, and it's really good. It's also effervescent, and it's very clean and light. I mean, you got the pineapple flavor, but without all that, heavy pineapple sugar. So it's light and it's not sweet. It's more of a semi-sweet, which they specialize in dry to semi-sweet meads. So I don't think they do anything that's completely sweet. So I really love that because you get like all the pineapple, but not nearly as much of the sugar. So it keeps it really clean.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really nice summer drinker. I'm sitting here thinking, over ice, maybe a little soda. There's a lot of things you could do with this. I mean, it's just really, really good. Now I'm wishing I'd bought 2 cans of it. But that can't be helped. So I'll have to talk to the guys and see if they're bottleless so that I can get some in a bottle. But if there's any left, it's going to get decanted into a flip top. So,
Are you drinking at all?
Well, I don't know. 32 ounces, I don't think that would be a good idea. I probably wouldn't get much done tomorrow. Yeah. So, yeah. Manny, did you make it in?
I'm here.
All right. Did you get things fixed up in the TARDIS, man?
Well, yes. No, I'm still. No, it's still. It's
you're not back in the. You're not back in the bedroom, are you?
No, I'm still sweating.
Oh, okay.
In the tarts.
You really need to. They have these things called air conditioners.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's broken. I'm for temporarily. I'm changing the name of the TARDIS to Medicine's Fusel Shack.
Fusel Shack, yeah.
Fusel Shack, yeah. That's kind of what's going on here. I'm gonna have to back fruit those 2 that I'm working on, and hope that they'll settle out. Then I'm gonna schlep them down the stairs into the basement where it's always 68 degrees, and hope that helps.
Well, luckily everything's nice and safe in the cold compartments at 52 degrees. So
yeah.
That's.
Well, I'll be making things downstairs regardless of whether I get a freezer or not, or a freezer to convert or not, because it's not going to fit in my usual brewing space. So I'm thinking what I may do is figure out some way to install like a temporary sink arrangement, like those big sinks on stands that they have, that you can hook them up to like an existing water source.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just kind of stick that down there for now. Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah. So, what are you drinking?
Water.
Aww. After last week, boy, that's a huge change. Is this paybacks?
Yeah, I know. It's paybacks. I actually The other day I was drinking something I wanted to mention, which I forget who it was on the on Got Mead that sent me a bottle of blueberry mead, which was pretty good, but and then I tried some, put it away, forgot about it. Then the other day I took it out, put it on the freezer, forgot about it again, and it stayed all night in the fusel area.
In the fusel zone.
And I thought it was ruined, so I tried it, and it was awesome.
Wow.
It's buzzworthy. I don't know if is that Jeff? Somebody. That it's on. If you look around Gottmead, they're there. I forget who it was that sent it. I got to look it up and give them a shout out, because it is now, after it's been sitting in my refrigerator for at least a year. But it is amazing, so good. One of those that I don't want that bottle to end.
Yeah, well, that's amazing that fruit melomels generally don't stand up to big temperature swings, which is why, you and I talked about this. I'm hesitant to send that 12 bottles down to Bray, because it's going to be from here to Texas, and Lord only knows how hot it's going to be. So, I'm dithering, even though the heat is broken. So I may take advantage. If I'm going to look at the temps and see if we're going to get reasonable temps over the next 5 days. I may just ship it and hope for the best.
So throw some cold packs in there at least. So
they won't fit. It's those fitted.
I know the ones. Yeah.
Jobbies. Yeah, but there's 4 inches of styrofoam between the mead and the outside world, so that may be sufficient to keep it not unreasonable.
Yeah, maybe.
Or at least the temperature change would be slow if there is a.
That's what I'm thinking. Is that it may be slower. So what I'm going to do is put the tops on them and then try to tape the seams shut so that it's got a better seal or something.
Right.
So anyway, we got Haim. We don't want to ignore him. So Haim, what'd you end up making for breakfast booze?
Well, speaking of blueberry meat, I'm actually having a 12-month-old blueberry that I made myself. It's quite nice. It's got a bit of a spritz in it. Maybe I bottled it a bit quickly because I was rushing for our show, but it's quite pleasant.
Nice. You could probably.
I'll put a photo up on the Facebook.
Out of that too,
Oh no, blueberry's a bit too precious over here for that.
Oh, right, yeah. No, they don't grow on trees here, but they grow on rather large bushes.
Yeah.
For me, they grow on rather small bushes, so they're still kind of precious.
Yeah, they're big here, and they're cheap. I can go buy a bucket of blueberries for not very much at all. Yeah.
Way more than not very much at all for the wild blueberries I like.
Well, yeah.
We can get a pound for about $10.
Oh God.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
So
they're
let
not
me
too big.
get the housekeeping out of the way, and we'll get our guests in here. I've told them to be sitting by the phone at 10 after, so I don't want to be late. Okay, so those of you listening, obviously, if you're listening, you know that you can listen live on the Got Mead website or on our Facebook page at facebook.com/gotmead. Yes, we bought Facebook, didn't we tell you? If you want to listen to us after the fact on, to the shows after they've been recorded, then you can catch us on iTunes, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, and Spreaker, which is where we broadcast from, and then also Stitcher as well. I really have to combine all that because I keep getting them mixed up. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/gotmead, and then also the Got Mead group, and if you just search Got Mead, it should pop right up. I really have to get the link for that. And then Twitter, we are at Got Mead Now. If you want to get a hold of making mead back to basics, just put your mouse over the Got Mead Live show link on gotmead.com, and the drop-down will give you where you can send us questions that we can answer for you, or feel free to make suggestions, too, as to subjects you'd like to see us talk about. So, just let us know whatever you would like to see. You can also do that on our forums at gotmead.com/forum. There are Got Mead Live specific forums where you can ask questions, make comments on upcoming or past shows, and just generally, get more involved with the show process. This is for all of us guys, so we want to know what you'd like to see or hear, as the case may be. If you want to call into the show, feel free to call in at 803-443-MEAD. That's 803-443-6323. And if you like what you're hearing, if you spend time on gotmead.com, we would love it if you would consider becoming a supporting member. We call them patrons, and it's only $30 a year. That gets you access to the highly coveted patron forums on our forum, which is where I want to say it's where the cool kids hang out, but it's where the most experienced mead makers will hang out, and it's also where you're going to find multiple years of award-winning mead recipes. These are ones that have taken gold at international competitions, so good thing to know about, good place to be. It helps Scott Mead because your patron membership goes to help support paying for the software and various services that we have to actually shell out cash for to keep everything up and running. So consider doing that if you like what Got Mead is doing and if you find it to be helpful. So thank you. Our guests tonight, as we said, are Buzzed Bee Meadery, and we're going to go ahead and bring them in. AJ, would you like to read off their commercial, and I'll go ahead and get them called.
Absolutely. Located in central Iowa, Buzzed Bee Meadery uses local honey and quality ingredients in each and every bottle. Their meads vary in sweetness levels and flavors. Check them out on Facebook page or stop by and visit next time you're in Iowa. www.buzzedbeemeadery.com. buzzed-bee-meadery.com.
There you go. Yeah, there's lots of dashes in there. Oh, wait, I keep typing.
I hate reading hyperlinks.
Oh, I know, me too. Okay, so we're bringing Michelle and Wayne in now, and hopefully we will hear ringing noises. These are landlines or cell phones or something.
Hi, it's Wayne.
Hi, Wayne. Welcome to Got Me Live.
Hi, how are you doing, Vicki?
Pretty good. Do we have Michelle as well?
We do. Hello.
Hi. Nice to hear your voice.
Yes. Thanks for having us on.
Oh, we're tickled to have you, and I'm so glad that we could time it so that, it's before your grand opening in, a week and a half?
Yeah, coming right up.
It's Labor Day weekend, right?
Labor Day weekend, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I have with me Michelle and Wayne, my co-hosts, AJ, Manny.
Hello.
AJ's the one in Canada. Manny's in Florida.
Hi.
And then Hamish is in Australia.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's morning for him, so he's... we get him drinking and his wife's going to kill
spread
us.
out.
Yeah. One of these days his wife is going to catch up with me and I'm going to be in so much trouble. So, welcome to the show. It's really good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you. We're excited.
Cool. Well, look, I think the best way to get started is, you sent me the overview of, who you guys are and what you're all about, but it's a lot more fun to hear it from you. So tell us a little bit about, who you guys are and how you got into mead.
Yeah, well, I did essentially a little bit of a bio. I think we are really very new to things in the scheme of things. So many folks who have been making mead have been doing it for so much longer than we have. But we got into it. Wayne is, really a hobbyist, is what I like to call him. He likes to collect hobbies, and so we got into some homesteading type of things, planting fruit trees and berries, and then it was like, we need maybe some bees to go with that, and so, kind of took on from there, and we had honey, and the next logical thing was to start making mead with it, and that just kind of grew from there pretty quickly.
You gotta do something with all that honey, right?
Yeah, exactly.